Hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of SegaSonic Radio. I am your host, GX, aka the Spin Dash, aka Chris, aka whichever you feel most comfortable saying or something. Hey! So, we took a week off last week because I was getting quite burned out. Not from the show, just from the combination of work and projects and just everything going on. Everything. The minus side of that is like, no, this week hasn't slowed down in the slightest, but on a good note, I've expanded my library slightly. We have a little bit more in the way of choices, and speaking of more in the way of choices tonight, I have given you, our listening audience, some choices. I put out a call on Twitter, and I am putting out a call in chat. Hey, if you've got a song request, go ahead, send it in. I have a couple queued up, and I'm going to choose a couple as I go forward. Most significantly, I just didn't have time to plan out a whole playlist of songs tonight. So yeah. I'm just happy the week's over. I hope you're happy too. I've got a very busy weekend ahead of me, but it hopefully won't be too crazy. So let's start with our first request. For the evening, we've got Chemical Plant Act 2, aka the modern version from Sonic Generations. This was composed by Jun Sinao. I'm never gonna learn it. I learned it before, and then I unlearned it because that's what taking a single week off has done to me. And then, hey, we got a request from another writer from the site, Alex, aka Knuckles87. He requested Milky Way from Sonic Drift 2, which is a fantastic song, as are most of the songs of Sonic Drift 2, except, hey, it's only like 15 seconds to do a full loop, so it's only going to be a 30-second song. So we got those two intro songs to go through, and I will be back on the other side. Hey, all. Welcome, welcome back. It's not a particularly long break, not a particularly long set of music. Hey, we got a question in chat. First off, yes, Sonic Drift's soundtrack is really good, except for the fact that every track is extremely short, much in the same way that the original Sonic 1 for Master System / Genesis is. Question from chat from Pokeanime Matt. What is Sonic Drift 2 available on? I know of two places offhand. It's possible it could be available on the 3DS eShop, but I would have to research that. But the two places I know it's available are the Sonic Gems collection for GameCube. It may also be on the PS2 version, but I'm not 100% certain. Sonic Mega Collection Plus, I would have to research that. And it is also available within Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for the GameCube as well, which is the first place that I experienced any of the Sonic Game Gear games, save for Sonic Chaos, which I originally had on the Genesis, on the Game Gear. They're kind of the how should I put this? They have a lot of novel charm, the Master System games. That said, they are probably not necessarily what you are looking for in a more traditional Sonic experience. They the Master System just can't necessarily replicate what the Genesis can in terms of just being able to process Sonic's movement. It doesn't have the kind of nuance that you would be looking for. It kind of does feel like it feels like the difference between how Mario feels on a Game Boy versus how Mario feels on a SNES or even just like Mario 3. But yeah, just going to be a quiet, interesting evening tonight after I make chat disappear for a hot second for no particularly good reason. You know what? Let's just move on to more music. We had a couple of requests here tonight before I have to start dipping into my own choices. And I think we are going to go with Ungratify next. One of the themes of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity for the Wii and PlayStation 2, if I remember correct. It was kind of a weird direction after the original Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders in itself was, I want to say it was a bit more technical than you might expect from a racer like that. It's sort of like, it was like a hoverboard racing game in which your characters acquired hoverboards, and it always felt to me like the steering in it was very tight, that it would be extremely easy to oversteer in those games or understeer. I'm a guy who's used to my kart racers being like Mario Kart or the ones made by Sumo Digital, where it always just feels perfectly tuned to be like, I know exactly how this drift is supposed to go. But let's go ahead and listen to some Ungratify, and after that, I think we're going to listen to some Death Egg Zone Act 1, as requested by my good friend, Evil Dr. Reef. See you on the other side.
Rah, rah.
Hey, all, and welcome back. So, we've got, it's been an interesting week in news. I know we typically do our news at about 8:30, but there's a couple, I think we can at least go ahead and mention a couple big Sonic game events that are coming up rather shortly. Number one, hey, if you're not familiar with the non Mario and Sonic Olympic series that Sega does. Sega just put out a new one based on the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in 2021. But yeah, it's very strange. It's very funny. You can unlock a Sonic mascot costume. What I'm excited about though is hey, Sonic costumes and items just came to 2 Point Hospital. I believe it just released today, the update for it, July 30th. There are Sonic, Amy, Tails, and Knuckles costumes, as well as some arcade cabinets and other memorabilia. I think you can get some Green Hill designs and chili dog carpets. 2 Point Hospital is weird. It's neat. It's fun. If you're looking for bizarre, lighthearted management sims, hey, people like it. It's pretty good. Of course, we've got Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is coming out next month. Fun, fun thing going on in the background of Stadium. It's like, hey, did we assign someone to review that yet? Who are we going to review that? Who's going to review that game? The answer is it's probably not going to be me. I'm very low on the totem pole. I have no seniority in this site. And I get no games to review until I swipe Dreadnux's pre-release deck for the Sonic card game, also coming out in September. But no, none of these stack up to what is coming out on August 5th. The game that we've all been waiting for. The greatest Sonic game that will come out this year. The greatest Sonic game that will come out this decade. Of course, talking about Picross Mega Drive and Master System Edition. I'm looking forward to playing so much Picross. Picross is like if that number puzzle game that I can't remember, Sudoku. Picross is like Sudoku if it were fun. If you got something entertaining out of the end of it. That's just kind of a roundup of what we're looking forward to shortly. But hey, we got some questions in chat. Beckamation asks, are there streams on this channel at different times of day? It's currently 12:30 at night for me, but I'd definitely like to turn into a stream earlier and listen while drawing. What I can tell you, Beckamation, is we don't have a lot of streamers associated with Sonic Stadium yet. Occasionally, Dreadnux will do something on special events. Occasionally, Knuckles87 will have something at different times. And broadly speaking, I'm working from the East Coast in the United States, so it's roughly 7:30 at night for me right now, which is mostly just a work. Like, hey, I still work during the day. Ain't no job streaming on the Twitch. So, nothing going quite yet, but you can always jump into our VODs and catch what we've recorded previously. I'm also working to try to get our old streams up on YouTube. Right now, Knuckles87 has done a better job than me getting his night streams up. I still have quite a few, almost every Sonic streams to go up shortly, so I guess just keep an eye on our YouTube, keep an eye on our Twitch, and don't be afraid to watch some old stuff because it's just as good. It's just as good. It's just as good. We got some other songs and statements coming in the chat, but I think I'm going to cut back to the music. We had a couple of Sonic and the Black Knight requests, mostly vocal tunes, but I kind of knew that's what I was getting into when I was asking for requests. So let's go ahead and listen to With Me and Night of the Wind, both of them from Sonic and the Black Knight. See you guys on the other side. You know, every world will have its end. I'm here to prove it all to you. I am who you don't think I am. Already Hey, and we are unmuted now. Hey, welcome back to this episode of SegaSonic Radio. Mostly requests. So far, all requests, except for the opening song. We just listened to With Me and Night of the Wind, both from Sonic and the Black Knight, the various vocal themes. There's like, 4 or 5 vocal themes in that game. A lot of them. I'm not a fan of that game. I feel like saying I'm not a fan of any Sonic game is controversial in this context, but no, there are very few Sonic games that I would outright say that, oh, I hate this. Like even like Rise of Lyric, when I play that game, it's more along the lines of like, well, this is one of the most thoroughly mediocre games that I've ever played. I see some ideas that they may have wanted to do in terms of theme, but what they ultimately made was what they apparently aspired to make was just sort of a beat 'em up, not ridiculously far removed from that. Sonic and the Black Knight is the rare Sonic game that I have played and actively got like frustrated with and did not care for it. And for me, it was just the way that combat was handled in the game. It's very stop and start, and I think that's what really got to me. I hold a philosophy that if combat is going to be in a Sonic game, any enemy that I destroy has to be destroyed by one hit if I'm playing like traditional Sonic. Like maybe I was gonna say maybe not the Werehog, but at the same time it's like maybe we don't need the Werehog. And then I was going to say, well, maybe in Sonic Hero, and like, actually I don't much care for the combat in Sonic Heroes. The things that I like in Sonic Heroes are not the combat parts, which they are very much interested in doing. I don't know. I think I'm spoiled by games in which combat is a very honed focus. Like how am I supposed to go back to Sonic Heroes after I've played hours and hours of Hades? How do I do that? How am I to achieve that? Other than just sort of push my way through. I still kind of hold a candle for the other Wii game, the initial Sonic Wii game. Obviously not Colors. I love Colors. Colors is fantastic. It deserves the remake that it's getting. But I mean along the lines of Sonic and the Secret Rings. I know there's a lot of weird. Well, we'll say I don't want to say revisionist history, but like much like most Wii games, I don't think time has been especially kind to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Part of that is the fact that like a lot of audience has just sort of given up on the idea that motion controls are viable. I still like motion controls. I got my copy of Zelda Skyward Sword, and I'm absolutely going to be using motion controls for that. I love the motion controls for that. It's what makes that game to me. Which, admittedly, there's a large chunk of audience that doesn't want that game to be that game. What am I to say to that? I have a couple games coming up. No, it seems like a lot of modern Sonic requests tonight. Either modern or mid-era, I guess you would call it. So coming up, we've got 2 more vocal tracks. Because I asked for audio requests, and I knew very well, audience likes vocal tracks. We've got Team Chaotix from Sonic Heroes. A song that is extremely cheesy, but still kind of funny and enjoyable, I guess. My top choice from that game is going to be Team Rose. That makes me very minority there, but yeah. And then, hey, some Greenlight Ride, the main theme of Team Sonic Racing. I shall see you guys on the other side. Hey, and we're back. And we're just about at the halfway point, so let's check out some news for this week. Obviously, we covered some of the upcoming releases. We got some discussion going in chat as to what the best Sonic game is. I'm sure there are many strong opinions. I would go, man, I love Mania so much. In fact, after this, we've got some Sonic Mania music. But for the time being, let's go ahead and check out the news from this week. Hey! And since we are... Well, that's true. Evil Dr. Reef brings up a very good point. We have previously established that the best Sonic game coming up is the Master System and Mega Drive and Master System Picross game. Which still remains true. You have put me in my proper place, my good friend. You are correct. First and foremost, hey, we are a music stream, and as such, let's report on some cool music news. There is a new OST announced. Sonic Colors Ultimate Recolors, which I believe will have some of the new tracks that they'll be putting on here. My guess is that to some extent it will have at least some of the old tracks, but part of the whole announcement of the Sonic Colors Ultimate version is that there's going to be a handful of remixed tracks. It seems weird because some of them are locked behind a special edition version or a digital edition version or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure the logic behind that, but okay. I'm looking forward to hearing it. They gave a preview of some of the tracks, the vocal tracks, in the Sonic Orchestra a couple months ago. Or no, it was just 1 month ago. What is time? We also got a sort of a project to put Sonic in Super Mario 64 has wrapped up. Sort of a Sonic Adventure style of Sonic, but reduced to N64 capable graphics. So if you like Mario 64, and I like Mario 64, you might want to check this out. Should prove to be interesting. They did some stuff to it that is beyond just replacing the model with a Sonic model. It includes some of Sonic's abilities as he runs through the castle and collects 120 stars. We've got the upcoming Stray Rats clothing line, and we finally got our first examples revealed of it, and came with a really trippy trailer. It looks like it definitely draws on a lot of classic Sonic, especially like old school models and art, and specifically drawing from some of the Japanese original stock art and such. Some Metal Sonic, some Amy Rose. The one thing I would say is expect any of this to be extremely expensive, because Stray Rats is a label-focused boutique clothing seller that doesn't sell a lot, only ships to the US, and yeah. and that usually leads to a pretty significant price tag. Like, I would say if you want a screen printed t-shirt, that's going to run you $30. Most everything else is going to be like $50 up into the into like over $100 for a button down shirt with some admittedly very nice designs, but yeah, you can expect that. Sonic Colors Ultimate itself, we know it is not going to hit 60 frames per second on the Switch. Obviously, we kind of had half an idea that this was going to be true because, you know, Switch ports, it's what you deal with when you're a Switch gamer. It's like you're kind of giving up a lot of some aspects of that in order to be able to have a console on the go, unless you have like a micro PC or portable PC or the upcoming Steam Deck. Still excited for a Steam Deck. Looking forward to seeing what it can handle. Hey, speaking of the Sonic Color soundtrack, kind of jumping around at this point, Jun Senao will have a song on it. So I believe he has one of the boss themes for it. The Rotatatron and Refreshinator bosses. So maybe we'll get to play those songs. And finally, well, actually, no, we got two more significant things. Hey, we basically have it confirmed that Sonic's going to be in Monkey Ball. We sort of knew because they did a bad job hiding it on the website. We had a good sense that Sonic was going to be in Monkey Ball. They actually did tease it in one of the recent Monkey Ball trailers. Very specifically, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania coming out, I believe, October? October. Does that sound right to me? October 5th, yes. October 5th. So, not that long after Sonic Colors Ultimate will Sonic be in yet another game. And finally, this is just for me because I wrote the story and I like to torment people who take this stuff too seriously. Ian Flynn has a podcast, the Bumblecast. They have a Q&A on YouTube with some regularity, and he and his co-host just sort of go over questions, some of which are in regard to like the Sonic universe as it is defined in IDW or at large. And one of the, I guess, long-standing theories has kind of been, well, how do you justify the events of like classic Sonic games and modern Sonic and Sonic Adventure where he's surrounded by people, and then Sonic Unleashed where everything's different, and then going back to Sonic Forces where where it's just animal society, and people glommed onto the idea like there's two worlds, and Sonic goes between them, and it's like no wonder they do, because like that is exactly what the entirety of Sonic X was built on top of, the idea that there are two worlds. Then Sonic suddenly goes in the human world, where the events of Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 happen. And then Ian Flynn's response to that is like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Like, just forget about the two worlds concept. He can't talk about why, because of course he can't talk about why, because he has agreements in place that would prevent him from talking about why. And he has to follow Sega's rules in regard to what he can and can't say. But he's basically just telling us, you know what? That's a good way to basically sum up. You know what? Sega has things take place wherever they need to for the story, whenever they need to, and they will develop a world. They will develop a world as it makes sense for that game, and in no other context. So that's a news for about 2 weeks. And I think I said I was going to play some Sonic Mania music. And I am. My good personal friend, Evil Dr. Reef, requested Built to Rule, the music for Titanic Monarch Zone Act 1. After that, I have a few of my own songs that I would like to play, so let's go ahead and listen to Built to Rule, followed by Ice Mountain Zone Act 1 from Sonic Advance, followed by Double Down, the music for Frozen Factory Zone 3 in Sonic Lost World. I'll see you guys on the other side. Hey, and we are back. So, a little bit of discussion going on about games that we're playing over the weekend. And we got a bunch of people who are either having their first time playing Team Sonic Racing or just playing it for fun because they enjoy it. Team Sonic Racing, fantastic soundtrack. I enjoy it. Kind of like it's a game that is very clearly built for multiplayer, and you could treat that as a positive or a negative depending on your intent to play it in multiplayer. I'd say the thing I do like about it is I like the drafting aspect. A lot of kart racers have drafting mechanics where get close to another vehicle and you will basically reduce your drag and get a speed boost because of it. I know Mario's Kart series has it. I believe Sega Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed had it. Drafting's slightly different in Team Sonic Racing. You leave a trail behind you, as if you're like painting a line on the course, much in the same way like a more technical racer shows you the racing air quotes line of where it expects you to go. And any teammates who stay on that line get a speed boost going through. So it's interesting in that you are if you are the leader of the pack, you are rewarded for not sort of going all over the track, but instead making a path that's much more predictable for your teammates to continue to follow. I like that aspect of it. I think the item sharing is a bit weak, but I think that's at least a good intelligent addition for them to bring team mechanics to a racing game like that. I still love All Stars Racing Transformed, like Worlds more. Like I wouldn't take. They're just games that I would take over Team Sonic Racing as far as kart racing games go. But that isn't to say it's bad. It's sort of, it is niche. I'll say that much. It is niche. It's not traditional. Hey, let's have a fun party racing game in the same way that you might expect from Sumo Digital's previous kart racing games. I'm gonna do a single song next. It's gonna be a bit of a long one, 5 minutes. This is not a Sonic song. Rather, I am a massive fan of Ace Attorney, and I was sincerely worried for years, or we'll say disappointed for years, that it seemed like we would never get the great Ace Attorney series from there, because there's Capcom's not necessarily above not releasing an Ace Attorney game out in the West. We never got the second Miles Edgeworth game, which apparently sold very poorly in Japan. Apparently the first Miles Edgeworth game didn't do great either, but who knows. I was giddy when we found out we were getting both of the great Ace Attorney games in this sort of double pack for Switch, and I have not played it yet. I am stuck between just getting it and jamming through it this weekend and completing as much of it as I can and just sinking hours and hours into it, or just sort of saving it for whenever I have some vacation days and enjoying it then. And I suspect vacation will win out, and that I might try to play some Zelda before then, or more part-time UFO or something along those lines. But in celebration, I'm going to play a track from the Phoenix Wright Jazz album, Ace Attorney Meets Jazz Soul. This is the Phoenix Wright Objection Jazz Suite. So we're just going to listen to that, and I shall see you guys on the other side. Wasn't that nice? Oh, that series has some amazing music. I adore it. If you want to hear a bit more music from the same composer, go check out a game called Murder by Numbers. It is a Picross based investigation game. I don't think it is the best of either worlds, but I think it's entertaining enough that, you know what, I had the hankering for like a new Phoenix Wright game the middle of last year, so whenever I, like most people, were stuck at home, and it got me through. It got me through, and it was all right. Hey, if you are listening live, I am wrapping up any more requests. We had a lot of requests tonight. I could not do all of them for one reason or another. I have, basically, to peek behind the curtain for my whole structure, my whole technical structure to work. It involves a lot of me manually labeling and applying, very specific tags to all of my music tracks and making sure they have art and making sure they are of a solid quality for streaming purposes, some of which I had to actually grab the original chiptune files and convert them, basically convert them to really high quality MP3s, as high quality as I could reasonably get them. That was still within MP3, no flack here, no flack, but it's fine. It's fine. We did have some that I just couldn't get to tonight because of that. I had someone on Twitter request Speed in My Soul by CG5 and the Hyper Potions. Just it's not in my collection yet. So it's not in my library. So unfortunately, I got your request. Couldn't get to it. And someone sent me a YouTube video. I'm not sure what it is because I can't watch it, because if so, then it will just directly play through my speakers, or I should say directly play through the stream, and that wouldn't work out. So sorry, Kid Rohan, won't be able to play whatever YouTube video you got. Also, it wouldn't be in my collection. We've got a duo of Sonic Rush songs coming up. One of them is my choice, Right There, Right On. The digital remaking tracks, aka the sort of, I guess you would say, reprocessing for the album version of the Sonic Rush album. It's also the song of Leaf Storm. We also have Back to Back, which I believe is the water level, but I can't remember the name of that stage, and I don't have it in my playlist queue yet. But it was a request, and I am happy to oblige. So, those two songs, and then we'll be back. And you know what? After that, let's listen to Mystic Cave Zone from Sonic 2. Give it a nice 3 for there. I think that's a good trio of songs to take us into the final 30 minutes of the show, or less. Probably close to 30 minutes. Maybe less. We've got some Sonic Rush.
Right
Hey, and welcome back. We are starting to wrap things up for the night. So I want to give a big thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. Glad you had fun. Hope I brought some nice calming relaxation and gave you a nice start to the weekend, as I myself will soon need. It's not quite the end yet. We've got a couple songs. Left. We got a couple songs. I'll probably come up with a couple more. We still got we've been at it for a couple hours. So let's go ahead. This is going to be our last 3-song group for the evening. And then I don't know. Actually, no, let's do 2 songs. And then end on a last song for a slow game. So let's listen to 2 songs. We've got Evening Star, the song of Neutronic High Zone, sunset version from Knuckles Chaotix. There was request for Chaotix, and I am delivering Chaotix. And there's Evening Star. Then one of my choices, I've got... I was halfway through the show today when I realized I didn't include a track from my favorite Sonic soundtrack. I need to resolve that. So, after Evening Star, we've got Tornado Defense, the first battle from Sonic Unleashed. I will see you guys on the other side. Hey y'all, like I said, we just had a couple songs left. And thus we have reached the end of the night. Like I said, I've been slowly trying to fill gaps in my Sonic music library to make sure that I have a much bigger selection to share with you guys. Some obscure stuff, some fresh stuff, some great stuff, some less than great stuff, and whatever Sonic Battle soundtrack is. Uh, the Game Boy Advance sound card was never designed to make guitar noises. It just wasn't. It wasn't. Why did you try? Why did you hurt? Why do you want to hurt me, Sonic Battle? What did I ever do to you? But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up tonight. And with that, yeah, let's put something in that we have not played or a game that we have not played on this show yet. Yeah, we got some Sonic Labyrinth music. That's right, Sonic Labyrinth, the Game Gear game, sort of infamous for for being sort of almost Kirby, that Kirby golf game. Reef knows what it is. He'll be able to tell me in chat. The Kirby golf game. It's sort of like that, except it's more of an action game, and Sonic just runs really slow, so you kind of have to set him up with spin dashes. It's a weird one. It's isometric. It's a Game Gear. People don't specifically like it, but music. Listen to music. We're gonna listen to music. With that, I am out for the evening. If you liked the show, go ahead and give us a follow on Twitch. We certainly appreciate it. We don't get much for it beyond letting you know, hey, we're doing a thing next time. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and give us a follow, and it'll let you know whenever we have uploaded new episodes of this and other shows. At the very least, go ahead and follow us over at sonicstadium.org or on Twitter at sonicstadium. You can catch me saying almost nothing on Twitter because I don't particularly like Twitter, but if for some reason you want to, I'm over at @thespindash. I don't post much, but I don't know. If you feel obligated to for whatever reason, I will not tell you no. Yeah, with that, it's the evening. Hey, we're up, over, and gone, people. Peace. Sorry, I got one more request in here from Mr. Nugget, who's some sort of, I guess, real estate agent, something like that. I don't know what's up. You just sent it to me, asking me to play it, so here we go.
素直に I love you 届けようきっと You love me 伝わるさ君に合うガラスの靴を探そう二人で Step and Go いつまでも深夜12時を過ぎたって僕らのラブマジックは時計はしないおいで召しませお姫様毒のリンゴを食べて眠っちゃいそうな素直すぎる君がとても愛しい当たり前こ宝物さ地球は回り日は昇り君は微笑む素直に I love you 届けようきっと You love me 伝わるさ君に合うガラスの靴を探そう二人で Step and Go いつまでも深夜12時を過ぎたって君は僕の愛しい24時間シンデレラ Hey hey hey
Next week, 90 minutes of Picross music.